Good, everybody. Welcome to SOKENT. Click that subscribe button, thumbs up that video. Make sure y'all leave a comment. I got some breaking world boxing news for y'all. So Luis Ortiz posted on his Instagram account, which is ran by his manager, that he will not be fighting Anthony Joshua this summer due to lowball offers. And also, he said that they were never even sent a contract. Now, for those that don't know, Anthony Joshua's fight with Jarrell Big Baby Miller has been canceled due to Jarrell Miller failing multiple, performance enhancement tests. He was caught doing 3 different PEDs, performance enhancement drugs. And it's a big disappointment of boxing fans because a lot of people were looking forward to this fight, which will take place at Madison Square Garden. So basically, instead of canceling the fight totally, they said, look, we're just going to find another opponent and we're still going to fight. So the first person that everybody was thinking of Anthony Joshua to fight was Luis Ortiz. So they said, look, let's try to get this Luis Ortiz fight done. So Luis Ortiz also said in a post that they stayed very quiet. They didn't say anything because they were negotiating with Eddie Hearn in the zone, trying to see if they can get a fight done. So they said, look, don't say anything until the fight is officially done, and so we can make an announcement. And Luis Ortiz's team received multiple lowball offers, and on top of that, they were never even sent an official contract. So Luis Ortiz is, his team is pretty much saying, look, negotiations are done. Luis Ortiz is not gonna fight Anthony Joshua this summer, and they're gonna have to fight somebody else. And what's sad is this would have been a very, very good fight. Luis Ortiz has been calling out Anthony Joshua for years. Anthony Joshua has come up with all of these excuses to why he hasn't fought Luis Ortiz. Even Charlamagne the God asked Anthony Joshua on the Breakfast Club, listen, AJ, why won't you fight Luis Ortiz? And he said, well, that's a fight that could be done. That's a fight that could be done. What's very interesting about Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn is this isn't the first time we've heard about Eddie Hearn sending a future opponent of Anthony Joshua a low ball offer. Last year when Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua spent damn near 5 months in negotiations trying to get a fight done, Deontay Wilder came out publicly on Instagram to let everybody know that Eddie Hearn sent him multiple lowball offers, which was a complete ripoff compared to AJ. And AJ pretty much justified it because he says he's the bigger fighter. He sells more tickets in the UK. He's beaten better opponents. And, he's come up with every excuse in the world to send, Deontay Wilder a lowball offer, which doesn't make sense for Deontay Wilder because at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder has a family to take care of. And if one guy is making, $10 million or $5 million and the other guy's only making $1 million or $2 million, you guys gotta understand something. The AJ and Wilder fight is going to be the biggest fight of the year whenever it happens. So it should be 50-50, or it should be at least a better split. But Eddie Hearn is known for selling these lowball offers to people that deserve much more than what he wants to pay them. So Luis Ortiz, I think it's disrespectful that Eddie Hearn had the audacity to, give Luis Ortiz lowball offers because he's the guy that could potentially save face. Because you guys got to think, if AJ is just going to fight a regular guy, this fight is going to be a failure. It's going to be a failure. I think people are going to want their money back. I think a lot of people are going to request refunds because, even though AJ has a lot of American fans, this is his first fight in America. And, if his first fight in America is going to be a fight against somebody we've never heard before that, is just an easy fight, then it's going to be a failure. And it's not only going to make Eddie Hearn look bad, it's going to make the Zone look bad, who has a big contract with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn is already not meeting expectations with the Zone's expectations. So, Eddie Hearn at this point is pretty much playing himself. You know what I'm saying? His best shot of repaying the fans. And of course, it's not their fault that Big Baby Miller failed drug tests, but at the end of the day, you still got a fight to put on, and not just any regular place. We're talking about Madison Square Garden in New York. You know, this is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the best thing that AJ could have did was to get Luis Ortiz a part of this fight. So we have to wait and see what happens. I don't think that he's gonna fight Dillian Whyte. I just don't think I think Dillian Whyte actually already has a fight coming up. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. But I don't see Dillian Whyte taking this fight on such a short notice. The reason why I thought a person like King Kong Luis Ortiz would take the fight is because he's been waiting for this opportunity for a very, very long time. On top of that, I just think this would be the perfect time to prove to the world that Luis Ortiz is one of the best boxers, if not top 3. You know, we seen what happened with that fight he had with Wilder. It was an amazing fight. So, you know, big disappointment to the boxing fans that we're not going to get to see Anthony Joshua fight Luis Ortiz. And once again, man, I want to make this clear, man. Like I said before, you know, Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn in the zone, you know, Eddie Hearn specifically, you know, this is not the first time we've seen him give somebody a low ball offer. Because basically he thinks that his fighter is, you know, obviously the bigger talent, which is true. But at the end of the day, man, you know, it's not even about the money, man. It should be about the fans. If Luis Ortiz is saying he wants to get paid properly, pay that man properly. If y'all got enough money to give Triple G, Canelo, and AJ all of these $100 million contracts, then y'all should have enough money to pay Luis Ortiz properly so you guys can give an amazing fight to the boxing fans. With that being said, I'm out. Skirt.